Welcome to the Militia Gaming Community Channel. I'm Trigger Militia, and today I will be talking in depth about how to use Wraith in Apex Legends, specifically on Xbox One. Before we get into the video, I want to mention, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this, and be sure to turn on notifications to be automatically entered in all my future giveaways. Also, stay tuned until the end of the video where I will be sharing with you 5 Wraith Pro tips. All right, let's go. First, let's talk about the different legend archetypes. Much like Overwatch, Apex Legends has 4 different types of legends: offensive, defensive, support, and tracking. Wraith is an offensive legend. Her abilities complement an aggressive playstyle. She is at her best when pressuring the enemy. Her passive ability, Voices from the Void, will let you know audibly
you're being aimed at
if an enemy is aiming at you. This comes in handy far more than you think.
They might have seen you.
The only time it's not too useful is when an enemy player aims and shoots immediately, in which case it's like, yeah, I know someone's aiming at me, they're freaking trying to kill me. But seriously, this passive ability is one of the strongest in the game. It can really help you avoid disastrous situations,
They're aiming right at you.
particularly after winning a gunfight when you and your squad are looting and unaware of your surroundings. It can let you know when to move
Danger,
around
move.
and look for an enemy who's aiming at you. You don't have to do anything for this ability. It will pop on its own, but you can choose to warn your squad mates after it pops by pressing down on the D-pad, and a voice line will play for each of your squad mates, warning them about the potential dangers.
There may be a shooter nearby.
Round 2.
Her tactical ability, Into the Void, is a form of invisibility for 3 seconds. You can use it to get away from a gunfight, flank an enemy, or avoid taking damage temporarily outside the safe zone. To use it, press the left bumper and you will be transported into the void and you will be completely invulnerable. You can't take damage from any source while in the void, but you also won't be able to see any other players. So you will have to relocate everyone when coming out of the void. Also, although you can't be damaged, you aren't completely invisible. There's a blue trail of light behind you. This ability would be super OP if you could see players and were completely invisible. The fact that you can't contributes to what I think is a very balanced game. Like I said, your tactical ability Into the Void lasts for only 3 seconds, but its cooldown is only 19 seconds, so don't be afraid to use it liberally. And finally, her ultimate ability, Dimensional Rift, is a portal system that will transport players from one portal to the next. You have the ability to set portals wherever you want. To place the starting portal, press the left and right bumpers at the same time, then immediately start running to where you want the ending portal to be. You only have about 10 seconds before the ending portal will be automatically placed for you, so try to get to a place that is not super visible in that amount of time. You can travel between the portals forwards and backwards as many times as you want while the portals are up. They stay up for approximately 60 seconds and can be used by any players, including enemies, so be cautious of enemy players following you through. Some things to note: you can't be damaged while in the portal, which means you can evade enemies by jumping portal to portal temporarily while your squad mates provide cover fire. You are completely invisible while taking the portal, but not when you are setting the portal system up. Wraith's ultimate has a cooldown of 2.5 minutes, and the cooldown period starts the second you place the ending portal. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and as promised, I'm going to hit you with 5 Wraith Pro tips. Here we go. Pro tip number 1. You can't interact with things such as opening doors, picking up loot, and riding zip lines while using your tactical ability. Remember not to use your tactical ability in a closed room because you will not be able to get out, and then you've wasted it and are vulnerable to enemy players. Because your portals can be taken advantage of by any player in the game, you can camp opponents' portals with shotguns, especially if they are fighting another squad. They will likely come through the portal to rescue themselves and have already taken damage. If you haven't been seen yet, hang out near a portal and see who pops out, then bop them on the head like whack-a-mole. Pro tip number 3. Use your portal as a way to get your downed squad mates back up. Drop a portal on or near your downed squad mate, and then drop another one out of harm's way. Then he can crawl through it, you both are out of the way from enemies, and you're safe to revive him. Pro tip number 4. When respawning a squad mate, if possible, set up a portal from a safe location or on that player's death box, and then drop the second portal on the respawn location. This will provide the returning player with a quick way to get away from where they're dropping in at. Most of the time, when a nearby enemy team hears the ship come in to drop off the respawned player, they rush that area because they know that there will be at least one player with no loot, which gives them a huge advantage. If you portal the respawn player away, you can completely avoid the situation of having to fight another team short-handed. Finally, pro tip number 5. Use Wraith's tactical and ultimate abilities together. You don't really want the enemy squad to know where your portals are, or that you're setting up a flank route. Hide the first portal in a building or behind a rock and start running. When you are in the open and visible, use your tactical ability to be semi-invisible and invulnerable. Then when you get to a place that is once again hidden, drop your ending portal and signal the squad to take the portal. This is your best chance to flank without being seen as a whole squad, and it gives your squad a way out if things go south in a hurry. There are many more strategies that I may not have talked about, so if you have your own pro tip, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear how you guys are using Wraith. Thanks for watching. Trigger out.
You are the Apex Champions.